World of Warcraft Classic demolishes the belief that casuals dominate the MMO genre, as more than 1 million viewers turned in on its launch date, and who knows how many more are playing. An unbelievable record for any Blizzard title on Twitch in the whole history of the company. Queue times to keep you at your PC until Christmas. Ian goes all tech with Forbes in an interview about the server situation, and what better way to advertise WoW's 15-year anniversary and the launch of Classic than having Xiaomi release WoW branded mobile phones. So if Classic WoW isn't your jam, fret not, because mobile WoW might be coming sooner than later. That and more during this week's On Cooldown, your weekly WoW news show. Hey there, Jay. So, how about that vanilla ice cream, man?
You don't want to do that.
You sure about that? Because there's quite a couple of 1 million of us that are drooling over that ice cream truck. You cannot make enough meme jokes about Jalen Brack's comment at BlizzCon 2013, and especially now since again Blizzard did not expect this amount of success. Well, they did expect it, but not like this. And for a brand like World of Warcraft, it's actually more of a case of the customer is always right. So Activision suits, maybe leave World of Warcraft alone.
Oh yeah, man, and if you think about the popularity Classic had and the amount of people that resub to the game only for this, it makes you wonder, like, all these suits you were talking about, maybe they'll just take Ion Hazzikostas into a room and tell him, look at this fool! Fuck all that RNG streamlined bullshit we were trying to build for years. Let's take it back to the core. Let's make it like this true to the bone RPG with meaningful progression and groups being made from players left to right. This is what makes the love of our game. Not to bite my own nails here, but I do believe that this will surely have an impact in future WoW content. I mean, don't you agree? Think about it. Yeah. Think about it like this, man. It's not gonna happen in 9.0, most probably, because they've already been working on that for quite a while. I'm pretty sure of it. But maybe, just maybe, they'll take some elements from WoW Classic and implement them from, I don't know, patch 9.1 moving forward.
Moving forward, my ass. With Classic, we are actually moving backwards, and this is the most pristine and beautiful way possible because, let's face it, World of Warcraft did not have a hit like this in a very long time. To be fair, it never had success like this if you take into account the data from Twitch. On its launch day, World of Warcraft Classic gathered up more than 1 freaking million viewers, which of course it is not an overall Twitch record. Other games had more than that, but it's an all-time record for any Blizzard title. With WoW specifically, you always see a peak in viewers with every new expansion, as most of the popular WoW 2 streamers go online to check out the new content. Legion, for example, peaked at 227k viewers during its launch days, while BFA reached close to 600k with the same premise. Little would they know. Both of these expansions launched combined did not reach the numbers Classic had on its launch day, which goes to show you a couple of interesting things. First, we have a massive crowd of genuine vanilla fans coming back to play for a long time once again. Second, we have folks who never played vanilla and got on the hype train, but they really want to see how the original experience was. Then we have Asmongold, Sodapoppin, Esvan, Tips Out, and many other streamer communities who more or less follow their favorite streamers to play Classic. There are also players like Marcelian and I who have the love for Classic but also hold love for the current game. Some people from our community prefer the live version rather than Classic, which is fine. But when looking at all of these demographics pouring into the game, creating those impossible queue times, you can take the mature approach and realize that yes, this hype will last for a while, but it will slowly diminish. And hey, don't get me wrong, Classic feels great for a lot of reasons, one of which is catching us on Twitch playing the damn thing. Yes, we have a new slot of streaming every Thursday only for our good old pal, Vanilla World of Warcraft. Twitch.tv/MarcelianOnline is the place to go and follow.
Oh, you know that's the place to be. And hey, remember BlizzCon 2018 and then the whole majority of 2019? Blizzard didn't have the best PR, did it? Well, at least now, they're pressing the right buttons with this classic launch, and of course, I'm talking about the tribute to 15 years of WoW video, which, let's face it, it brought a tear to the eyes of many. It might be one of the most liked videos they put out in a while, and apart from the fantastic gold share in setting, great song, dude, were you able to spot everyone in that video? I mean, okay, Sodapoppin appearing in an actual and official World of Warcraft video was awesome. Hodor too. But what about Matt Mercer? If you don't know him from Geek Foundry and you are wondering what the hell do I even care for this fool? Well, my friend, here is a list of all the World of Warcraft characters he voice acted along the years. He has been a part of Warcraft for a long time. Oh, and I bet you didn't see Patty Mason over there. Look, there she is. Don't know her either? Well, she's the voice of Sylvanas, man. What's wrong with you? And oh my god, the original Leroy Jenkins. All in all, this was the right move for the launch of Classic WoW, and I'm coming back to Sodapoppin being there because he is one of the bigger voices who insisted time and time again for WoW Classic to become a thing, and it's only fair for him to be in the video, being the vanilla advocate that he is.
On the topic of copyrighted WoW games on mobile phones, let's breach a subject of non-copyrighted WoW games on mobile phones potentially to be released and announced at this year's BlizzCon on what would seem a major panel. Oh, don't snicker, you knew about this a long time coming, so let's bite down hard on the metaphorical wooden stick while our PC wound gets stitched up. Xiaomi has developed a special phone case for their new Redmi Pro 8 mobile phone in collaboration with Blizzard to go in tune with the new WoW Classic trend, which is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest gaming trend we've had in a very long time. The other thing building into our speculation of a potential World of Warcraft mobile game is Tom Chilton, who we've known for quite a while that has been working on a different Warcraft project, the mobile Warcraft project, for which we've been having some hints all across the year. Some of them we've already covered as the little figurines that you could have pre-purchased and probably still can pre-purchase if they still have them in stock. The initial presumption of a Warcraft mobile game has been building up since the BlizzCon 2018 Alan Adam interviews and a lot of other devs that kept saying repeatedly they have multiple projects in the works and multiple mobile projects. So there was bound that Warcraft was one of those projects. And hey, we love our Chinese viewers and players from our community, but if the Chinese market cannot save the WoW franchise with their millions of players playing on phones, then I don't know what will.
Did someone say Chinese? Man, you know we got love for all you China viewers out there, and you gotta admit, man, there are some Chinese companies that tend to rip off everything they touch on. I mean, take a look at this, and this, and this, and let's not forget about this. It's no surprise that a plenitude of Chinese entrepreneurs take existing and very well-known products and brands and transform them into their own little universe, like Sina Games, who basically cartooned the shit out of Warcraft characters and settings and transformed them into Glorious Saga, their mobile game. Look at Varian and Cooldown. I don't know how they did this, but Cooldown looks like the most adorable villain in the villain history. I don't know. Oh, and let's not forget how they butchered the music. Listen to this. Well, you know how big the mobile gaming market is in China, and Blizzard did not stay dormant on this one, taking their asses to court and suing them for infringement on their intellectual properties for a shit ton of money. So basically, every infringement has a $150,000 cost or something. It's ridiculous. And I totally stand with Blizzard on this one because, let's face it, man, it's the right thing to do for them. They have the intellectual properties and they want to invade the mobile gaming space. If they do that, they want to retain that high quality standard, which, let's face it, this Glorious Saga game doesn't really portray it as much.
Are layers good? Are they bad? Either way, Ion Hazzikostas has done an interview with Forbes before the release of Classic talking about layers, which are essentially parallel dimensions of Azeroth, to reduce the number of people hitting the same wolf quest and not finishing it. I get that. That's not the issue, I feel. Ian also discussed that the layering is planned to go away eventually, and after the first couple of days, it will be reduced drastically. Ian also said that 2 of the EU servers might be too populated. A bit. A bit, Ian? You call this a bit? So clearly, you think you want it, but you don't, is actually pointed at Blizzard because they're the ones that seem to not be able to handle the classic servers. God damn the queues. No, really, the insane queue times, especially during peak hours when we actually have the time to log in, are unacceptable. I can understand there are a lot more people than they expected, and it's a fair argument to bring to the table. However, there is a point where I am paying to play but have to wait 10 hours in queue to actually play, meaning I just don't get to play at all because there is no reasonable world where this is an acceptable thing to do. Maybe on a different parallel layer where days have 107 hours to go. They are working on solving the queue issues, which have very little to do with layering, but turned out to be a much larger issue than they expected. The problem isn't being fixed fast enough, it seems, and forced myself and others to relocate to humane servers where we play WoW when we want to play WoW and not 600 minutes later. Congratulations for actually reaching the end of the video. Hey, good for you. And listen, we had an amazing week when it comes to classic, but maybe not in every aspect, right?
Oh, let's focus on the positives here. So, classic World of Warcraft broke every goddamn Twitch record Blizzard ever had. I'm not saying that, you know, other games didn't reach 1 million plus, but for Warcraft or any Blizzard title, that was amazing, man. And I was happy. I was happy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This goes to show once again that I think we are, as gamers in general, I think we're going back to where we used to be. Yeah, where games should have been more difficult, should have taken you more time, and should have had you immersed with all of this difficulty.
More work for a bigger reward.
Yeah, man, it's like classic has been a trending topic on every platform. It's a beautiful thing, and hey, man, it goes to show. But what about those working models, man?
Oh my god, it actually looks cool. Like the new animations are finally something that doesn't look like they're just like waving their hands around. That was really awkward. So I like the new animations. They kind of remind me of the Warlocks when they added the oh my god, I'm straining so hard to do stuff. But I also love the facial models, man, especially for the female ones.
Yeah, they're really expressive, and man, it was about time. I think these were the last 2 races, like to be the goblins and then worgens. Well, to be fair, they were updated, I believe, in Cataclysm, so that was a bitch. That was a bit early on. Needless to say, they're on the PTR. The animations are on the PTR, so they are coming in 8.2.5. Beautiful stuff, you know, talking about VFA stuff and
just let's go back to life, right?
I mean, we're going back to life, but we're going into Warcraft in general because we both are Warcraft geeks, Blizzard geeks in general, a lot of their piece. One thing I would not love, and I'm sorry, maybe this would just be me, I'm sure you have a different opinion on this. I don't like mobile phone gaming. I don't like mobile gaming in general. I don't like it. The prospect of having a Warcraft mobile game is just not for me. Maybe it's for you. I'm sure it's for this fucker right here, but I don't like it, and it kind of rises with the news recently, right?
Yeah. I'm not into mobile gaming specifically. I'm more into portable gaming. So I'm not sure what they're planning to do.
That's different. That's different. Portable game is different.
Yeah, I mean, aside from phones, what do we have? We're just gonna buying separate consoles. But I don't know. That remains to be seen. Depends if the game is good. Maybe we can play more. But
yeah, positive news though, man. How about that 15-year tribute?
Oh man, seeing Sodapoppin and everybody and Leroy Jenkins, dude, that filled me with so much joy. It's like, oh my god, I'm actually watching this. What is this? This is not a store mount video.
It's awesome because they really made this video like for the core fans, for the love of their community. It shows, and I want to touch on this. The fact that they went out of their way and brought Sodapoppin in. Which, let's face it, Sodapoppin, as much as we love him, and he was a big advocate for Classic, then he wasn't always the most diplomatic fellow, when talking about Blizzard, right? So I was honestly surprised because Blizzard usually tends to stay away from people who are a bit toxic, a bit negative, corporate shit. but they got him in. He's in the video, which is awesome, man. I was super happy.
I actually didn't expect Classic to be this fun, but I'm glad a lot of people are coming back to the game, and hopefully we can make a bigger community and get them into live servers.
A bigger community? How about our community of Patreons?
Oh, segue! That wasn't even scripted.
Nothing is scripted here, man. What are you talking about? It's all freestyle, man. It's all freestyle.
You'll see the bloopers.
Thank you, Patreons, for all of your support. You know we love you. You know we love you. And hey, man, if you want to join the Patreon team, take a look down in the description of the video. There's a link there. You have some perks to get along the way, apart from supporting your favorite WoW couple, aside from Talias and Inevito.
Yeah,
and
hey, Dad.
Golden Mikala. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See y'all next Sunday with a new guide.
Take care. Peace.
Bye-bye.
You are